Nick Jorss represents a new organisation called Coal Australia. He is its CEO and he joins us now. What is Coal Australia, mate?
G'day, Paul. Look, Coal Australia is a grassroots movement. It's really representing our workers, our communities. We've got 40,000 plus direct workers in the coal industry in Australia. Another, call it 300,000 plus additional knock-on jobs. The coal industry touches an awful lot of people. It's our second biggest export industry. It's the biggest export industry in Queensland. It's putting $100 billion into the economy and the community every year. It's something we should rightly be proud of. So what we're aiming to do is just restore that pride in the coal industry and get that message out there.
Yeah, Nick, talking about hosted an event for the Courier Mail called the Future of the Resources Sector in Queensland, and literally after I'd heard a couple of people be a little bit sheepish, I was like, come on, chest out, be proud of what you do because of what you've put into the economy via, as you say, employment and taxation. So for this moment to be here is I'm happy to see. But also, what don't people get about coal, for want of a better term? We all understand how the left paints it, but what don't people get about it that you'd like them to know?
Yeah, as you will well remember, Paul, I was on that panel
Yes.
on the Future Resources Day, which was a fabulous celebration. Look, I think the coal industry's just been kind of kicked to the curb a little bit. We haven't been in the debate. The Australian Coal Association was effectively subsumed into the Minerals Council over 10 years ago now and effectively snuffed out. So we haven't had a voice in the debate. Coal industry, as I say, employs tens of thousands of people directly, hundreds of thousands indirectly. It builds communities, and it builds communities that we can be proud of. People in the industry I speak to, and we've done some polling, and this is consistent, they are proud of the industry. They just haven't had permission to feel that pride and to speak about it. So, coal also builds the future. We literally, our coal creates the steel that's building our buildings and our bridges and our infrastructure, without which we wouldn't be here today. So, it is about restoring that pride, unleashing that pride, telling our story. As I say, our workers should rightfully be proud of their position in this critical industry for Australia.
So we know that the rough cost, CSIRO 2018, I believe it was, they say it's now half the amount, but it's about $1 trillion to move from the system that has been around for a while, coal a big part of that, obviously, to the new one where they claim coal is no part of it. Obviously, that has to be paid for somewhere, and the cost of transition is what we are all living through right now. Trump's out there saying that he can halve their power bills. Clearly, he's going to have that as part of the mix in the US. How important is it to the mix here in terms of prices?
Look, it's critical, Paul. I mean, if you hark back only less than 10 years ago, electricity prices, wholesale prices were under $50 a megawatt hour. Coal's still pumping out of Victoria at cheaper than that. We've now got to around 150 with the current system. This quarter it's gone up again. So we've doubled or tripled wholesale electricity prices on the back of renewable energy targets, and also turning our back on the cheapest, lowest cost, most reliable form of energy we've got. So it's a critical part of the mix. It will remain a part of the mix. Energy demand is increasing, and as you may well know, globally, 82% of energy, total energy, not just electricity, is provided by coal, oil and gas, coal being the biggest part of that. In Australia, it's 91%. So, it ain't going anywhere.
Good stuff. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it.